Welcome to the Gospel Road. We're going to look at Colossians 3. It says, "If then you have been raised with Christ, seek the things that are above, where Christ is, seated at the right hand of God. Set your minds on things that are above, not on things that are on earth. For you have died, and your life is hidden with Christ in God. When Christ, who is your life, appears, then you also will appear with him in glory. Put to death, therefore, what is earthly in you, sexual immorality, impurity, passion, evil desire, and covetousness, which is idolatry. On account of these, the wrath of God is coming. In these you too once walked, when you were living in them, but now you must put them away: anger, wrath, malice, slander, and obscene talk from your mouth. Do not lie to one another, seeing that you have put off the old self with its practices, and have put on the new self, which is being renewed in knowledge after the image of its Creator. Here there is not Greek and Jew, circumcised and uncircumcised, barbarian, Scythian, slave, free, but Christ is all and in all. Put on then, as God's chosen one, holy and beloved, compassionate hearts, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience, bearing with one another, and if one has a complaint against another, forgive each other, as the Lord has forgiven you. So you also must forgive. And above all these, put on love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. And let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, to which indeed you were called in one body. And be thankful. Let the word of Christ dwell in you richly, teaching and admonishing one another in all wisdom, singing psalms and hymns and spiritual songs with thankfulness in your hearts to God. And whatever you do in word or deed, do everything in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him. Wives, submit to your husbands as fitting in the Lord, and husbands, love your wives, and do not be harsh with them. Children, obey your parents in everything, for this pleases the Lord. Fathers, do not provoke your children, lest they become discouraged. Bondservants, obey in everything those who are your earthly masters, not by way of eye service as people pleasers, but with sincerity of heart, fearing the Lord. Whatever you do, work heartily, as for the Lord and not for men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the inheritance as your reward. You are serving the Lord Christ. For the wrongdoer will be paid back for the wrong he has done, and there is no partiality." Colossians 3. Always, as I say, read that. How does it speak to you? How does it help you be that better person? What does it do on leading you through life each week? As we're all trying to be that better person, being better today than we were yesterday. It says in verse 12, it says, "Put on then, as God's chosen, holy and beloved, compassionate hearts, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience." That's something to really think about there, to being that better person, to really being that better coworker as you're dealing with that. A compassionate heart. I think I do okay there. Kindness, 50-50. Humility, I think I'm pretty humble. In fact, I've had comments made to me of how humble I am. I don't really say things that I do or try to take credit where credit is due. Meekness, patience. I have some patience. I think we all are working on that. I know someone that he always uses the example when he talks about patience of how every time he goes to the grocery store, he finds the longest line, and he goes to that line for checkout to learn patience. Finding that longest line. I mean, who would do that? Who would find that longest line and get in that line to really kind of help teach themselves patience? But compassion, that's strong. Compassionate hearts. Do you have a compassionate heart? Are you showing kindness? Are you helping out one another when they fall and you're trying to pick them back up to help them be the best that they can be, to be stronger, to really build them up? Or are you just kicking them while they're down? Are you really trying to just knock them through? Kick them. That's what most people do. When someone falls, they kick them and make them stay down so that way they can look better. They can be stronger. They can move forward. They can really, it's about them. We are in this society that it's all about me. What can I do to improve myself? How can I get ahead? It's not taking others with us and helping others be stronger. How can I get to where I need to be? Rather than what can I do to help us get to where we need to be? Or where can we go to get where we need to be? I heard someone at a lunch this week. There was a bunch of African priests. They were talking about their journey, and they were comparing America to Africa. And they said, here we are in America, we have this I am what I am attitude. The whole Popeye, Popeye the Sailor. I am what I am because that's all that I am. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Well, he said in Africa, though, I am because we are. I am who I am because of we, us, together. I'm not what I am because of what I have done. But that's the way we think about it very much, is that it's all about me and what I have done. What kind of credit do we give as we are really bettering ourselves to get to that next step, to become successful, to be that better person? Do you remember who your mentors were? Do you give credit to the people that helped you through, to really gained you and taught you knowledge, good or bad? I remember a program director telling me one time, he said, every place you go, you're going to learn something. You are either going to learn the right way to do something or the wrong way to do something. His name was Chuck Knight. He was the first official program director I ever worked with when I was interning at Q102 in Des Moines when I was still at Central Campus. So I was still in high school. Second semester, senior year, I'm interning at a top 40 radio station in town. We're in Des Moines, where I grew up. But every person that we meet will give us something, good or bad. Even another program director I heard from me, his name was Mark Evans, and I was actually leaving Omaha. This is where I was working there, and I was moving back to Des Moines. And he said, you're leaving on good terms. Because he said, one thing in this business, someday I might be coming to you for a job. Which is true, because I've seen that happen. See, there's so many things that we can learn, but with those mentors, with those people that taught us, are we holding that and giving credit where credit is due? Again, we are trying to be the best that we can be, being better today than yesterday, being better tomorrow than today. It's always growing. It's that constant path, that constant journey to be that better person professionally, personally. Yeah, we're talking, parent, grandparent, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, friend, or, coworker, supervisor, manager, CEO, whatever that is. You're trying to be a better person and really trying to help others be better as well. And if you're trying to help someone else be better, do you not think you're going to help them much more with compassionate hearts, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience? Think about it. What's going to go stronger? Is that going to help more rather than being angry, showing wrath, giving malice, slander? As the saying goes, you attract more bees with honey. Or is it more bees with sugar? Or is it more flies with sugar? I don't remember. There's so many of these different sayings out there, but it's true, though. When you're being sweet and kind, you're going to attract more than when you're being a sourpuss. Colossians 3, that's what we're looking at today. Again, read it for yourself. How does it help you be that better person? What does it do to grow you? To help you? To help you so you can help us. Yeah. To help you so you can encourage and help someone else. To live in harmony. It says in verse 14, and above all these, put on love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. Do we do that? Do we rule in love? Do we live in love? How do we share love with one another every day? Friends, coworkers, family. How are you showing that? They will know we are Christians by our love. Yes, it doesn't matter who it is that's around us. We have to love them, and we need to be there and help them. Have that compassionate heart. Be kind. Be patient. No one ever said it was easy. But we have to do our best to try and really be the best that we can be. Remember, Colossians 3. Read it for you. Read it for yourself. How does it help you to grow, to be that better person? Because even though as we're trying to help others, we need to be strong ourselves. We need to really work on us personally, because if we're not doing well, we're not going to be able to help anyone else. So we have to be better to help others be better. Colossians 3. Read that today. Thank you so much for taking the time listening to The Gospel Road. If you enjoyed this, you can share it with others on social media, as well as giving me a rating on your favorite platform that you are listening. I really appreciate that. You can find me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all under My Buddy Jimmy. Thank you so much for listening to The Gospel Road. Have a great day. God bless.
Spinal adjustments provided by Dr. Chad Rolfson. The Spinal Tuning Chiropractic Center is a Des Moines area low flat fee per month unlimited chiropractic care practice. When life happens, just adjust. Schedule today at spinaltuning.com.
If you're looking for help with software, app, web development, be sure to check out my friends at ingenuitycompany.com. They believe in their clients. Software development, app development, web development, visioning, design thinking, diagramming, organizational development, strategy. They can help you at the Ingenuity Company. Find out more at ingenuitycompany.com. Barbecue provided by Kenny's Rib Wagon, catering ribs for your pleasure and serving daily at Plaza Pub, 62nd and Douglas in Des Moines, across from Merle Hay Mall. Find Kenny's Rib Wagon on Facebook.
The Jimmy Olsen Radio Network.